Jack, how do you measure the disappointment of it being a loss versus the pride of the effort that your team put in to fight back from down 19?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult to kind of balance the two things. I'm not a big fan of like moral victories. It's not really how I want our team to operate. I think win or loss, like we always just want to talk about like how we competed, how we behaved out on the floor, and keep the focus on that, because that usually reflects the scoreboard at the end of the day anyway. And we can't control the result, but yeah, it's difficult. And I think we're, like I've said to you before, like we're learning through this whole experience how to win. We're learning how to sustain runs, how to manage when the other team is going on a run. So it's really difficult because I think we've had a lot of these. We've had a lot of really close games. Two that now have kind of came down to the last second of the game. A few on the road that were like really close games. So it's difficult, but I think it's a good lesson for our guys that like we're not as far away as it might feel at times. But we're also trying to learn how to win, being a young, inexperienced team.
Is there an answer to like how do you close that? How do you turn those close ones into wins? Is there one overarching theme?
Not really. It's just about being able to piece 40 minutes together. It's very easy to watch the last play or the last 2 minutes and say, oh, well, like we could have done this or we could have done that. You could say the same about plays that happened in the first half, and I think for us, like, we went down big. We were down by 19 in the first half. So you could point to that as like, hey, maybe let's not try to get down by 19 the first half and, hope that we play well enough to come back. So it's just about taking it one possession at a time, treating it like a 40-minute game, and trying to make sure that possession by possession, like we're doing the right things over and over again. Hopefully by the end of the game, it reflects on the scoreboard. But that's kind of how we want to approach it. And, like I said, we're learning.
And what can it do for you to get Kyle Leddy going again the way that he was today?
Yeah, he was great. It definitely helps. It gave us a big boost. He's been our best 3-point shooter all year. So when he's making some shots, it definitely opens some stuff, up for our offense. But he played with some energy tonight. He obviously made a ton of shots for us. So it's good. We're gonna need it. We're gonna need it going into the second half of league play, the second time around the league. And yeah, I'm excited about all the guys. Like they're taking strides. Everyone's kind of learning through this process. But yeah, good to get him going again.